Hi everyone, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, while others are also joining in, let's do one thing. If you could introduce yourself, like your name, if you're working somewhere, where are you working, right? And what is that you know about Excel? Yep. You want to proceed? Anyone? Offline, online, up to you. Good evening.
Myself, Rashid Visha. Currently, I am working as a assistant manager legal in Muthoot Money India Private Limited. I know some basics of Excel, but I don't know like we look up like formulas, no idea.
Okay, yeah. So formulas, you're very new. Okay, I understand. Others, online participants?
Sorry, so what's the question? Sorry.
So it's just like your name. You just introduce yourself, like your name, where if you're working, where are you working, what kind of role you're into, and what is that you know in Excel.
Excel, I mean, maybe I know the basics, a little bit of advanced. I've been working.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Nothing much about me.
Okay. Okay. Others? I see a few more.
Hi, very good evening. My name is Sagar. I'm working for Merit International. So, been working in our industry last 10 years. So, working in finance. So, we're just using the Excel. I think not advanced one, but basic Excel. I aware of it.
Okay, cool. I like these words, basic and advanced. I'll explain today what is basic, what is advanced. Okay. Yeah, who else is there?
Hi, I'm Krishna Priya. I'm also into the field of finance, but I'm not much into the macros and all. But we daily rate on a routine basis we use the Excel.
Okay. Yeah, we have macros course also, but this is Excel. So if you are looking for automating your reports, you may want to consider learning macros as well. But this particular course, I'll take you through what all are covered in this course. Okay, macros. Anyone heard about macros? Macro. Okay. Fine. Online participants, do you know what is a macro? Okay. It's basically,
Never tried.
to automate our work, right? Every day, if you are creating a report by spending hours together, with one click, you can create a report. So I'll show you a couple of examples in our course also. But yeah, we can't cover like how to create the macros, but how to execute the macros, and I'll cover. But if you're looking to learn macros, then you'll have to invest about a 1 month time to learn macros. Yep. Other participants also, please.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. Myself is Vinay Uppala. I'm also having 10 years of experience into loan servicing. Day to day, mostly we use the different applications, but not the Excel. And I'm aware of basic Excel. So looking forward for advanced and other stuff in Excel.
Okay, thanks for that.
Thank you.
I see a few more. Not mandatory to introduce, but this will give us some idea like what is the group and just to get some idea, that's it. Online participants, if you could introduce yourself. Okay, I think that's all we have. So we're expecting a few more offline participants. They may be joining soon. However, let's get started. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kishore. It's been a good 16 plus years I'm into this, reporting, automation, so many things. I've started my career as a data entry operator in a company, but later I switched to data analytics just in 1.5 years. Because my Excel skills were, a bit good that point time. So company gave me an opportunity to move to data analytics, and since then I've been working with different data analytical tools. You name Excel, Power BI, Tableau, ClickSense, and different kind of tools. SAP Business Objects, Business Intelligence, SAP Crystal Reports. So many things actually. So these days I'm spending a lot of time on AI, so Copilot and ChatGPT. How to integrate them in Excel or other office tools to automate our work. So I basically work with different, applications, right from Excel, macros, SQL, SAP Business Objects, Crystal. My first dashboarding tool was ClickView, ClickSense later, and Power BI Tableau, different tools. I work with different programming languages, RPA tools, Macro Express, Power Automate. These days, Power Automate is like significantly, playing a role there. I'll explain you like when we go ahead into our subject, okay? So coming to my certifications, I'm MCT from 2021 onwards till, this July, I have my certification renewed. So yeah, that's MCT, Microsoft Certified Trainer, MCP, Microsoft Certified Professional. I'm a Deloitte Faculty of Excellence certified. I'm Six Sigma certified. I'm internal auditor certified by ISO. I also completed multiple certifications in MS Office, which is Microsoft Excel Specialist Expert, Word Specialist Expert, MS Access Expert certified, Microsoft PowerPoint Specialist certified, Outlook certified. I mean, that list is too big. I was able to accommodate only a few of my badges here. You can also go for these certifications. We'll let you know the path if you want to go to these certifications. And these are globally valid certifications. By the way, I'm a PL300 Power BI Data Analyst Associate certified as well. So there are so many certifications. I was able to accommodate only a few. So that's my skill graph that you see there. I've worked with different domains, US healthcare. Even I've started my career in a small company and then moved to US healthcare, revenue cycle management, IT assets analytics, contacts analytics, financial analytics, and I was into different roles. Don't think, looking at all the technology and tools, maybe from engineering background. No, I'm not from engineering background. I'm BCom MBA Finance. And currently associated are leading the team Excelytics here, delivering the different training programs on different tools, especially on the data visualization, data modeling, so many things. I'm basically working with different companies now, like, Dr. Reddy's or HSBC or Procter & Gamble, RealPage. I basically design their L&D programs in terms of the data analytics and other few data visualization related tools, training. Yeah, associated with multiple companies these days. But yeah, earlier I was working for Quadratics as a senior consultant in data analytics. I was handling a project, end-to-end Power BI development project. So that was successfully deployed. And then prior to that, I was with Deloitte as an assistant manager in reporting and analytics. I was leading a UK team in terms of the internal reporting and analytics for Deloitte UK. I was with United Health Group earlier as a process automation expert. Yeah, people now talking about AI is actually removing the jobs, right? We were doing that during that 2013-14 time. This is what I say, like I was an automation expert there. I used to sit with the teams, understand the process, and with the help of Macro Express, which is an RPA tool, and macros, We used to automate the team and, move the people here and there. Like once the process gets automated, we used to require very little, count of the employees to be there in that process. There was a team of 27. After automating the entire process, the team got reduced to just 4. So 23 associates we were able to, move here and there, and they got into different teams. People now talking about AI and automation, but it has been there. It's like 11 plus years I was there. So, I mean, it was 11 plus years ago. So companies were working towards automation and AI at that point in time itself, right? Prior to that, I was with iSpace. I was into financial data analytics, and as a senior data analyst, I was working there. Yeah, it's a long journey, 16 plus years. Working with the similar kind of tools. Of course, I'm upgrading myself year by year. Initially started with Excel, and then moved on to macros, and then SQL, and then crystal reports, and then business objects, and then automation, RPA tools, and then ClickSense, dashboarding tools, Power BI, Tableau, and now these days working with Power Automate and Power Apps, and also trying to integrate this AI tools with MS Office. So that's what I'm currently doing. Yeah, so that's briefly about me. And if any one of you interested to earn those Microsoft certifications, you let us know. We'll let you know the path, how you can go ahead and write that online examination. And we'll also share enough material. And during this training program, you will learn so many things, and most of the things are there in your certification exam also. So we cover both, not only just the training here. If you are looking for the certification, with the same concepts, you can go for the certification also. Okay, fine then. So that's briefly about myself and the certifications. And coming to this course, someone rightly mentioned only aware of the basics of Excel. Yeah, before starting the actual content, I'll take you through what is basic Excel, what is advanced Excel. Okay. So most of you may have this question also, right? What is basic, what is advanced? And I would like to hear your responses, please. How many of you are aware of these things, like what is basic Excel and what is advanced Excel?
I know a little. Yeah.
Yes, no?
Now, I was saying that I know a little about basic Excel and advanced. I know the difference.
Okay, others? Okay, no problem. We'll discuss those points. Okay, fine. So before that, let me take you through one more thing here. I'll explain you the entire course structure, how it is going to work. And a few of you have joined here for Analytics Power Pack, which is our comprehensive course on data analytics, which covers the first course, which is Excel. The second course is SQL for reporting and analytics. And third one is Power BI. So along with that, we also offer Microsoft Excel certification if you have enrolled for Analytics Power Pack. This is almost like a 3 months training program. The first module is Excel, and that is what we are going to start today. Okay. A few of you have come only to learn Excel. A few of you have come here to learn all 3 of them, Excel, SQL, and Power BI, and along with Microsoft certification. So Excel is about a 1 month course. Okay. In the evening time, 6:30 to 8 o'clock, we run this. And once Excel is over, we'll move on to SQL for reporting and analytics. And this is for about 15-20 days, we'll run these sessions. And then Power BI is again a 1 month course. So altogether close to 3 months course. And if you have enrolled for Analytics Power Pack course, this course comes along with Microsoft certification. Whatever the badges I was showing you, you can also earn one of those badges. Okay. So Analytics Power Pack, this has 3 modules, Excel, SQL, Power BI, and we are today starting with Excel. Weekdays batch, evening time, 6:30 to 8 o'clock. So we'll let you know well in advance if there are any changes in terms of like session mail, start 15 minutes late or something like that, or if there is any holiday. right? All the national holidays are holidays, no weekend sessions, no Saturday, Sunday sessions, unless something really important to discuss, but otherwise we stick to Monday to Friday only. Okay, so the same session will run online, offline. If anyone would like to come down for the offline sessions, you will have to come to our Amirpet office, Excelytics Amirpet. But if you are looking for online, you will be getting a Zoom link, for the first few days, every day, I think the link may be changing, depends on the front office communication. But once we get into the permanent group, the link remains same for all of us. Almost like 10-15 days, we'll keep the same link, and using the same link, you can join. All the sessions, whatever we discuss, will be recorded, and right after the session, maybe after a couple of hours. Usually, if it is an evening batch, we try to upload it the same day, but otherwise the next day, 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, the video sessions will be uploaded, and you can watch that before attending next day session. Just in case if you miss the session also, you can refer to that video and you can attend the next day session. So we don't want you to miss any of the sessions. So that's the reason we are giving you access to the videos also. Okay, just in case if while practicing, if you get a doubt, you can refer to that video and you can get it clarified. Plus, we'll also add you to the permanent group of Excel training, and in which other participants from the same group will be there. So you can post your questions there. There's just in case if you are, stuck somewhere and you are looking for some solution. Okay. Other students will respond, or training group members will also be there. Okay, just in case of if others are also not being able to answer, then we will pick that up and we will help you out. Okay. So that's about your learning, and along one more point is about the material. So whatever that you see on my screen, the material package will be shared with you, all those required files for this particular training. You can download this material, and there are a few test papers and all. We'll let you know when to attempt those test papers. Okay. And along with that, at the end of the Excel sessions, we'll do a couple of projects, right? We'll take one requirement and we'll try to come up with a reporting template or a dashboard. Okay. That's how this entire training runs. The batch number is B00662. Okay, B00662. Whenever you want to get any link or any information related to this batch, you just need to tell the front office about your batch number B00662, and so that they can easily find out the details and share the details with you. Okay, so this material, whatever you see on my screen, will be shared on Google Drive. So from there you can download it and you can practice. Okay, as the same material you will also be using, so you can refer to that video. The files and all, everything will be there. So you can refer to that video and you can practice, right? Yeah. So it's a weekday batch, Monday to Friday, evening time. And the material will be shared soon, and video will be uploaded either on the same day or the next day, early hours. Okay. That's how this batch works, right? And coming to the first module as part of Analytics Power Pack, which is Excel. Okay. So our Analytics Power Pack, let me just take you through. Right. So these are the different things we are covering as part of our Analytics Power Pack. And today we are starting Advanced Excel. Okay. So people are interested to go for SQL, Power BI, and along with placement assistance, wherein we'll help you out with your resume creation and all, right? And we also include Microsoft certification in this, right? As I discussed, all these different things are there, and we are going to start our first module, which is Advanced Excel today. Okay. All right. Okay. So before we start the session, I think a few of you are into some kind of reporting already. Just like reporting, daily, my team did this work, or, these many claims we were able to close, or these many transactions we were able to close today. Something like that we all do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Online participants, you're into this kind of a role, you manage your team and you report your team's metrics and all?
Yes, I mean
Yes.
generating the reports like adherence, maybe sometimes about the performance, those kind of stuff. Sometimes I mean I does it, but I would like to know in detail about it.
Okay, got it. Others, anyone?
In my case, we had to prepare the similar kind of reports every month, and then share with the area team and then with the management.
Okay. Right, okay. So we will take you through these points, basically. How we can get the data. This is where we all start our journey, right? We get the data. The data can come from different sources. It could be from a CSV file or a web page or from an application, you can extract the data, right? Once we get the required data, we need to transform that into meaningful information, okay? So the information by creating so many formulas, and we also need to do a little bit of cleanup on the data because the raw data, whatever you get, that may not be in the clean format. So we will use a few of the functions and all, and we clean up the data. And then we try to summarize the data. There are different aggregate functions available, sum ifs, count ifs, right? Different aggregations you can apply. And then we can also create pivot tables, right? We'll also do pivots there. And we try to visualize the data in the form of a dashboard. And there we talk about different types of charts and all, and how these pivot tables can be connected to different slicers to interact with the slicers to draw the insights from the data. So we will learn that as well, that's good. And once the dashboards are ready, we try to analyze them, like what's happening in my business, right? What's happening in my team? Like how did we do in the last month? How are we doing this month, right? And finally, we print, protect, or share. Either we take a printout or we send that report to the top management, or we protect it. Like you don't want anyone to manipulate your report. So these are the 6 stages of data analytics we'll be learning. And as far as Excel is concerned, we'll be getting the data from the different sources. We create some information out of it. We summarize the data with the help of formulas and pivots. We visualize the data with the help of a dashboard. We also have a dashboard session, and then analyze the dashboard to find out what's going on. And finally, print, protect, or share. Okay, so the different production techniques or different printing techniques we'll be learning, right? And coming to Excel training, these days, we are also including the AI concepts, like how to take the help of ChatGPT or any other kind of AI tool like a Copilot, right? Using which you will be able to easily create the formulas. You don't need to worry about a complex formula. You just ask ChatGPT, it will give you the answer. But only one thing is that you need to set the context right. Because you are talking to a machine should understand your requirement. So you need to set the context right so that ChatGPT or any other AI model can help you to get the output. Okay, easily it can write the formula. We'll show you the techniques also. Okay, so we'll do that one in our project session. Okay, fine. So we are going to learn all these different things using Excel, how we can come up with a powerful dashboard so that it helps my business to analyze what's happening. Okay, but this is all okay. We can do that, right? Using all those 6 stages, we can come up with a dashboard and draw the insights from the data. But the question comes here. So to do all these things, what kind of a skill set do I need to have? Do I need to have advanced Excel skill set or basic Excel skill set? Okay, let me ask you this. If you want to create those dashboards, pivots, lookups, slicers, and all that, what kind of a skill that you need? Advanced Excel or basic Excel?
Both.
Both, okay. Others, I want to hear from you also. Nothing wrong. I mean, there is no right answer, wrong answer for this question. Yeah. So what do you think? Do we need?
So we
We can
require advanced Excel. Yeah.
What do we need? We need both, or you need advanced Excel? Okay. So you're
I
saying,
believe we can do the same thing in basic and advanced. The difference would be like it would take more time if you go with the basic because you have to do a lot of things, and advanced helps to make the same thing in less amount of time. That's what I think.
okay. Basic and advanced. less amount of time if you are applying any. Okay, cool then. So I think most of you know the difference between basic Excel and advanced Excel. Can I assume that?
Basic means just
Hmm.
input, giving inputs in the data and
Hmm.
to my knowledge.
Writing or entering the data into Excel sheets. Okay.
Advanced like formulas.
Advanced means formulas.
Like we some kind of different types of we look up like
VLOOKUP formulas and all, they are considered as advanced. Okay. Okay, I get your point. Nice. Others, I want to hear it from you also. What do you think? You know, when you want to create dashboards and all, what kind of a skill would you need? Is it a basic one or advanced one? And a few of you said both the skills are needed, and a few of you said it's just only, advanced Excel is needed, right? Okay, let's do this exercise now. I'll just go to the start menu, open Excel. There may be a few freshers also in this group. So this is how we open Excel, right? So before starting our basic or advanced discussion, I would like to show you which version I'm using. I'll just go here, more, I have account, and I'm using Microsoft Office 365 apps for enterprise. This is the version that I have. In your organization, you may see different types of, versions there. You may find 2010, 2007, 2007, 10, 13, 16, 19, 2021, and we also have 2025 recently released, or you see Microsoft 365 apps. Okay, so all these things are Excel applications only. Depends on the versions. Okay, like you have the bike, with the different variants, different model every year. The actual model remains same, but minor tweaks here and there. They say that more mileage in the new version, or we tweak this petrol tank a bit, something like that. Similarly, Excel also has certain modification version by version. You can see that. Okay, so here I'm using Microsoft 365 apps, which has all the features. Okay, but for this you will have to pay a renewal fee every year, something like a subscription every year, subscription somewhere around 2,000 rupees. But you can also go for Microsoft 2021 or 2025. Okay, but they are lifetime valid. 2021 is around 2,000 rupees. It is lifetime valid. 2025 is around 3,000 something, 3,200 something. Okay, since it's a very recent version. But because yeah, we can get you that licenses from our vendor. We can get you for a lesser price, but you can also directly buy it from Microsoft official website. But the pricing is like little higher. So whatever the 2,000 rupees license I said, it costs you around 5,000 some change if you directly buy like an individual user. But as a business from the vendor, if you buy it, it comes for a little lesser price. Okay, you can also reach out to the front office if you're looking for a license. Okay, depends on your machine configuration. You can go for different licenses. If you want to use 2021, my recommendation, your machine should be at least Windows 10. Okay, then you can happily use that license. Okay, and which is a lifetime valid one. If you are using 2007, 10, 13, my recommendation for you, please try to upgrade your MS Office as soon as possible. Because a few of the features that I'm going to use here in my Excel, you may not be able to find it in your Excel because of the version difference, right? Okay, so with that, you got how to find out the version of MS Excel that you can see here in the file menu, more account. You can see which version of MS Office are we using, right? If you are using 2016, 19, 20, 21 and Microsoft 365, absolutely fine. You can go with that. But just in case if you are using any outdated Excel, then the interface may look a little different and a few of the features are not there in those older versions. Okay, hope that makes sense now, right? Why I'm asking you to upgrade. Why? Because a few of the features I'm going to show you may not work in the older versions. So that's the reason. Okay, fine then. With this, let me start. What is basic and what is advanced? And most of the participants, they ask me, okay, even I used to get confused with the kind of questions I used to get, okay, from them. Let's see what is basic, what is advanced. So I'll do one thing. I'll ask you a few questions about the features or formulas of Excel, and you need to tell me whether it is a basic one or advanced one, right? So I'll tell you a few function names or feature names of Excel. You need to tell me whether it is a basic one or advanced one. Okay, fine then. So let's get started. Opening Excel file. What do you think? Is it a basic one or advanced one? Opening Excel file. Just
Very basic.
yeah. Online participants, you can use the chat window or you can unmute yourself and you can say the answer. It's like a, kind of activity I want all of you to perform in this so that you will get a better understanding by end of this exercise, which one are we going to learn, basic or advanced, okay? So let's see, opening Excel file. So you are saying basic, okay? For your convenience purpose, online participants, if you want to use the chat window, you can use A for advanced, B for basic, okay? Then, so most of you are saying opening is basic. Okay, how about saving? Saving Excel file. Is it a basic one? Basic. Okay.
Basic.
How printing?
Basic.
Excellent.
Basic.
Copy something?
Basic.
Basic.
Paste?
Basic.
Okay. Paste special.
Basic.
Basic.
Yeah, there is a feature, paste special, that you are saying basic. Okay, cool then. Sum, S-U-M, sum formula to get the sum of the numbers.
So it will be basic.
Basic, everyone saying basic. Okay, here we go. Sum if. You can do the sum with a condition.
So advanced.
What do you think about this? Oh, someone says it's basic and someone says, offline participants say it's advanced. Okay, let me write on both the sides, nothing wrong, okay? We'll discuss that in detail, where it will fall. Okay, VLOOKUP.
Advanced.
Basic. VLOOKUP will be for male or basic.
VLOOKUp.
In basic it will be there, but those who know
Okay.
more about the Excel, they can use it.
Right, let me do this then. Which is basic. And advanced also, a few of you said. Then I think HLOOKUP. Is it a
Yeah,
basic
that's
or advanced one?
I was about to say that HLOOKUP will come in
It's
advance.
basic, but
Hmm.
in my knowledge, those who have more knowledge only, they will use the command like advanced.
VLOOKUP is very rare. Sorry, HLOOKUP is very rarely used also, right? Okay, so online participant, you were saying something about HLOOKUP. Is it like a basic one or advanced one?
I believe that it's like an advanced because the VLOOKUP there's a slight difference. Yeah, so
I also heard HLOOKUP can be there in basic one also. Let's write, nothing wrong. Okay, we'll anyways get the clarity by end of this exercise. Index and match. Index and match, let me tell you, index and match, it's a bit powerful and faster than VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP has certain limitations, but index and match combination, it doesn't, it doesn't have those limitations. What do you think about this index and match? Is it an advanced one or a basic one? Index and match. Advanced one. Okay, so let me write it here. All right. VBA macros.
advanced.
Oh, excellent, correct. Okay. Conditional formatting.
Advanced.
Okay. Advanced, okay. Conditional formatting. Pivot table. Creating a pivot table. Creating a pivot table, you're saying it is advanced, okay. Online participants, what do you think about creating a pivot table? Advanced?
Basic.
Ah, yes, someone said. Yes, it's a basic one, okay. Fine. Finally, closing Excel file.
Basic.
Basic? Excellent. Okay. So I think with this exercise, you got some idea about what is basic, what is advanced? Sure.
Right.
Yes, no?
Means, that option will be both.
Mm.
Basic person can also do this. The open, save, print, copy.
Correct, yeah. Usually when we do any kind of an activity, that should give us the clarity, right? But if you look at this one now, I think you're left with much more confusion now. Like how come something is falling on both the sides? Either it should be a basic one or an advanced one, right? How come something is there on the both the sides? You may get that question also. See, either it should be a basic feature or advanced feature. Why is something is falling on both the sides? Right? You definitely get that question, right? Would you really like to know what is the difference between these two? Online participants, by now, I think you, by any chance, you figured out what is the difference between these two, basic and advanced?
Right. Yes.
Okay, so what is it? How come
Uh,
saying something?
Basic is just, it's you don't need to do know in detail.
Hmm.
Just like the outer layer of something is what considered to be as a basic.
Okay.
Like in order to, you don't even know the tools, you just
Mhm.
have to know how to open what it is what comes under basic. But work with the tools and getting the output by using them uh, is what considered to be the advanced, is what my understanding so far.
Okay, good one. Others?
To my knowledge, the
Hmm.
layman can do the work is basic.
Hmm.
Other than out of the box is there.
Okay, if any layman can do that, then it is basic. But if something requires more tricky logics and all, that is advanced. Okay. Okay, so I understand, from where you're coming. Okay, great. So let me reveal, what is actually the difference between a basic and advanced. Okay, here we go. I think a few of you tried your best to answer, and the difference between the basic and advanced is you. Is you. Okay. Why I say is you? Because simple. Whosoever said on the left hand side, which is basic, right? And a few of you said they are basic. So that means you already have some idea about them. You know them. You worked with them, right? You use them. So you know how the output can come, right? At least you have some idea, right? You may not be master with that, but you have some idea. So that's the reason you categorize that as basic. Whereas when you look at the right hand side, you said, these things are advanced. I'm very much sure the ones who said these things are advanced, you don't have any idea about them. You heard them, but you don't even know how it executes, right? VBA macros completely out of the scope. You don't even know that name, most of you. Index and match, to set that expectation and to make, I made sure that falls under advanced by setting up the, context here. I said index and match that works better than, faster than VLOOKUP. The moment I said this, the ones who are very much new to VLOOKUP, you felt like, okay, I think it should be falling under advanced. That's how you categorized, right? To simply say this, what is basic, what is advanced, this is what I say. If you know something, it's basic for you. If you don't know, it's always an advanced one, right? So here, yeah, okay, not even, no problem at all. So Krishna, so it's fine. We'll start from the scratch. What is Excel? That's where our journey starts, right? You don't need to worry, right? But just try to understand the difference between what is basic and what is advanced here. Basic, you know that. You are aware of those things. That's why they are basic. If you don't know, advanced. But by end of these Excel sessions, most of the features of Excel, you will be finding them as basic. What does it mean? By attending these sessions every day, you will be learning those things, right? Whatever I said, like index and match, if I take a 10-15 minute session, the very next minute you will say index and match is a basic one. It's like very easy to use, right? So it's all about how much time you spend on this tool, right? There are no secrets here. Learning this tool, especially Excel, you may be spending a lot of time every day, creating a simple report. You'll be spending like hours together. But once you learn this skill, Excel skill, you will find it really easy to use Excel. And at least, you can save a good 1 to 2 hours every day if you spend a lot of time on Excel, right? So let me tell you one more very important thing here. You may be, most of us, when we are learning a skill, you may be thinking, I'll be getting some hike, or I'll be moving to a next role next year. So that's when I need to, manage a lot of data. So that's the reason I need this tool. But in reality, I found something interesting with Excel. Let me tell you that. Excel is a tool. If you learn it perfectly, you can save at least a good 1 or 2 hours every day. And the time, whatever the time savings are there, you can actually invest the time in something else. I mean, that's how I was able to learn so many tools. Initially, I was spending more time on Excel, learning more, different kind of things. And after that, as I found a good number of reports where, I was able to automate them with the help of formulas and all. Then I found at least 1 or 2 hours every day, free time, and I was able to invest the time somewhere. It's not only actually about getting some hike or something, it also helps you to save a lot of time every day, right? I'm very much sure the ones who are already working professionals, you understand, or the pain of stretching and completing that report. Just because we are not so good with the formulas, we'll be doing each and everything manually, right? And towards the end of the day, you got some personal engagement to go, but you can't go to it just because your Excel report is not done yet, right?
Excel is a nightmare.
Right, yeah, most of the people, just not only for you. When I've started my journey with Excel, even I used to feel the same thing, like, okay, why this simple formula is not working for me, right? But it's easy, but there are certain steps, right? So you all have some, what assumption about a basic Excel and advanced Excel. Now you know it, like, if you know it, it's basic. If you don't know it, it's advanced. But people usually name it as advanced Excel. Even, as a marketing thing, what we usually say is that it's advanced Excel. But let me tell you one thing, you cannot draw a line between, okay, this is basic and this is advanced, right? So a few things that I feel like very basic, they may be advanced for you. A few things you feel like they are basic and they may be advanced for me, right? So we'll keep it simple, keep it easy, right? There is a step-by-step learning approach for Excel. I can directly take you to, most of the people do this mistake, directly taking them to the formulas. Okay, so I want to show you a magic with the VLOOKUP. Hold on. First of all, you don't know what is data. You don't know what is a table. You don't know what kind of data types are there. You don't know what is an array, what is a column index number, right? If you don't know all those things, then what is the point directly trying VLOOKUP? So if you learn that way, usually in offices, this is what we do, right? So there is a requirement and we reach out to a senior or a colleague and that person says, okay, let's write, if you want this, right, equal to, you do this, you do this, you do this, you get the output, right? For the rest of our life, we'll be doing the same thing without changing a comma here and there. Because it is getting us the output, right? Why, we also feel like, okay, why to disrupt this formula? It is working absolutely fine. You get it? So working professionals, I think you understand what I'm trying to tell you. If you are a fresher, you may not be able to relate to it, but this is what usually happens in an office. We get a requirement and we go to a person who knows that formula and we ask that person and that person shows like you type equal to, you type this comma, type minus, type plus here and close it. That's it, you got the output? Yes, we got the output. That's it. The rest of the 5 years in that company will be doing the same thing. That is where our learning stops, right? But good thing is that you took a call to learn this Excel course and we will definitely deliver our best to make you understand the different concepts of Excel. There is a systematic approach to learn Excel. That is where we start. The very first session is Excel introduction, how Excel looks, Excel UI, the user interface looks, and then how to interact with Excel. And these things may be sounding little basic for you, because most of you are coming from some working experience, entering the data, or entering, applying the borders and all. But it's my job to cover those points also, because you may be finding something new or something interesting in those basic topics, right? Though we call that basic, but there are a few things they like really excite us in Excel, right? So we'll talk about all those things and then we'll move on to data types. Once the Excel introduction is over, we'll move on to data types. And that's when you get some better clarity how you can actually control Excel or Excel formulas or pivots, all these things with the help of simple data types, right? But with this, I hope you got some idea what is that you are going to learn. This is not like a regular MS Office or Excel training. Excelytics is different. We offer a different level of training altogether, right? So the way you will see Excel will change. That's for sure. You may be seeing Excel only, just simple, that you enter some data, write a few formulas, right? Create a few aggregations, pivot tables, slicers, and dashboard over. No, Excel can do so many other things, right? There are so many things. You can directly read the data from a web page or a SQL server. So many things are there. So we'll be talking about a good number of things. Yeah, as people say, Excel is like an ocean. I may not be able to cover everything, but whatever is needed to perform your day-to-day tasks with more accuracy and more quick, I'll be covering all those topics here as part of Excel training, right? I hope all of you got some idea now what is it we are going to learn.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you know that I'll give options here. What is that you want to learn? I'll give options. You can choose. Option A, basic Excel. Okay, you can choose. Option B, advanced Excel. Option C, just Excel. Option D, my favorite. Okay, none of them. So, Excel. Okay. Online participants. What is that you want to learn? Is it like basic Excel you want to learn, or advanced Excel, or simply Excel? Excel, perfect.
We want to learn only Excel.
Yes. Yeah, if that clarity is there enough for me, okay, for today, my job is successful, okay. Don't draw a line. There is no basic, there is no advanced. It's Excel, right? You know it, it sounds basic. If you don't know it, forever Excel is advanced. That is what I figured out after spending a good number of years with Excel. Then I realized, okay, I'm just working with Excel. It's not basic. It's not, it's neither basic nor advanced. It's just Excel, right? That's what we are going to learn. Yeah. Okay. So as I said, there is some material package for us. You'll be getting this material. And as I said, we'll be learning the 6 different stages of data analytics. We start with the Excel introduction, and then we'll move on to data, how to transform that into meaningful information, how to summarize the data, visualize the data with the help of charts and pivots, analyze the data with the interactive dashboards, print, protect, or share. So the different techniques we'll be learning as part of this training. There is a reason why we start with data. And of course, before that, we have Excel introduction. Most of you are aware of this, right? But yeah, there is a reason, because most of the people, they do the mistakes with the data only. When I was working with my previous boss, okay, I always used to say something about, especially about reporting analytics, right? In reporting analytics, first thing, you all need to remember this: assumptions don't work, right? We assume something, okay, this data is like this, so it may be, trying to convey this message. Don't assume things. Rule number 1, right? That is what I always follow. The rule number 2 is also there about data, right? So I always used to tell me this, Kishore, you can create a nice, beautiful, interactive dashboard using some data, and that data is not accurate. Okay, let's assume that data is not accurate, but you use that data and created a nice, beautiful, interactive dashboard. But whatever the dashboard that you created is also useless because your data itself is incorrect. You get the point? So that is why our journey starts with data, understanding the data types, right? Once we are good with the data types, trust me, rest of the things in Excel looks very easy, right? So, but before that, as I said, we need to understand more about, Excel, what it looks like. I mean, the way it looks like, what is a sheet, what is, there are a few things, basic terminology and all. I'll be taking you through all these things in our day 1 session. As today is the demo kind of, I'm just telling you the overview of this course, but the actual content we will be learning from tomorrow, right? Yeah, as I mentioned, Analytics Power Pack, first module, it's Excel. Second module is SQL for analytics, right? And you may be, I understand most of you are working professionals here. Your next step maybe, you can think about this. Your next step is about working with some database. I'll tell you why. In your organization, you get these data sets and all from some application. You set the start date, you set the end date, and you say, run the report, and it gets you some data, and then you export that into Excel, and you start creating the report. But once you grow up in the ladder, or once you are, want to get into the data analytics side, you may not be interacting with the front-end applications. No more setting up the filters, start date, end date, and the department ID and all. No, you will be directly interacting with a DB, a database, right? Via a server, a database server. So if you want to do that, you need SQL, right? So if you are learning Excel, the next step for all of you, or maybe most of you, it depends, again, which kind of role you're into. If you want to directly interact with the database and write those powerful SQL queries to get the reports created, then the next step after Excel is definitely SQL. So this will help you to understand more about the databases, right? How the primary keys, foreign keys, table structures, the database schema designs, how they look like, right? These kind of things will help you to understand more about how the organizational data is stored. Okay, so we'll help you understanding that kind of the database structure and all using our SQL codes. Okay, we'll let you know, or we'll train you on SQL, how to get the data, how to interact with the databases and all. So that is the second step, right? So once you are good with SQL, you will be able to write those SQL queries in Excel. You can directly write, or in Power BI, you can directly write those queries. You can read the data from a database, be it a Microsoft SQL Server database or Oracle database, right? So someone who's good with Excel, they can easily learn SQL, because whatever the Excel concepts you learn, they are available in SQL also, right? So once this is done, the last module is Power BI. So Power BI, you can, you can quickly create interactive dashboards using Power BI. So whatever the time you spend in Excel, you can actually bring it down by, the 50% of it, because creating a Power BI report is very easy, right? This is how the interface looks, and so many different types of interactive visuals are there. You can just dump the data into it. Whatever the dashboards that we create in Excel, by spending a good 1 or 2 hours, you can easily create them in half an hour or 15 minutes in Power BI, right? But probably you get this question also. I watched a couple of online videos there. People said, hey, create your next dashboard just in 2 minutes. You watched it by any chance? YouTube, any one of you? Yes, no? See, if you are already searching for the content, you will definitely get these ads before playing any of the videos. You get these ads, they say that just without memorizing any of the Excel formula, you can create a powerful dashboard in 2 minutes, right? No one watched it. No
Yeah,
one
we
was
did, but
surprised.
those are really like unrealistic, and we know that.
What's the AI with Excel?
AI with Excel, okay. You don't need to do anything. Just give your task to AI and AI will complete that, right? Okay. Anyone watched it? I really want to hear it from you. Because once you start
We realize
searching
that
for this
that's why
relevant
we are here now.
content. Go on, please. Sorry.
No, we realized that, and then that's why we are here now.
Okay, good. I'll tell you why. Even I can create a dashboard in 2 minutes. But that is a very ideal scenario, right? Even let's say if I'm offering a 1-hour workshop, what I usually do is that I clean the data, I keep the data very, very structured. I know exactly what I'm going to do. I know what kind of charts I'm going to present. So when everything is like predefined, it is like very easy for anyone to create a dashboard in 2 minutes, right? But you should be good with that, those features and formulas of Excel. But let me tell you one, the reality here. Each and every real-time requirement is unique. There may be some repetitive tasks we do, but every requirement in real time, it is unique. And the data sets that you get from different sources, they are different, right? The structures are different. The cleanup activity that you need to do is different. Then it's not going to be a 2-minute job. No surprise if it takes 2+ days also, right? The reason being, if it is like an ideal data set, which everything, organized, well structured, no data issues, then you can do it in maybe 2 minutes or 5 minutes maybe. But every data set you get is different. You get the dirty data, then you need to clean the data. There are so many formulas, so many features you need to apply on the data. That cleanup itself would take about a good 1 or 2 hours, right? If you are good with Excel formulas. If you are not good with Excel formulas, the cleanup itself will take 2 to 3 days also, right? So it is not possible, to be honest. For the marketing, we can also say like, you can master Excel. Hold on. It's been 16 plus years I've been working with Excel, and I'm an Excel expert. I'm VBA expert certified by Microsoft, and I still say, you know what? I'm still learning Excel. No one can actually 100% with Excel because there are so many things, right? You can't be 100% with Excel. But whatever that you need to do on daily basis, if you can learn those things, that is more than enough to survive, right? In your job, and you can complete your job in time. And you may want to, switch to any other job also possible with these Excel skills. You can't be 100%, complete with Excel. Not possible, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that whatever you will be learning systematically, step by step, you will learn. So if you are like really in a hurry to create, 2 minutes dashboard, this may not be the right course, because I'll take you through step by step, because a dashboard design is not that easy in real time. Okay. So there are so many things we need to consider, right? So many data related issues we need to fix before creating a dashboard. So we'll take you through all of them. So it's going to be more like a systematic learning, step by step you will learn. By end of this course, whatever you learn, you find it very comfortably, comfortably you will be able to use them in your real life. So that is the whole idea. Okay, great. Any questions so far about the things that you are going to learn as part of this training? Analytics Power Pack people, you already know that. You are going to learn Excel, SQL, Power BI, and finally you have one Microsoft certification along with this. And the ones who only joined for Excel, as you know this now, you're going to learn Excel, no basic, no advanced. Okay, all those concepts step by step we'll be learning. And in our first session tomorrow, I'll be talking about Excel introduction. What is Excel? The background or the history of Excel. So the different versions available in Excel, different file formats available in Excel. This may be sounding a little easy for most of you, but it is my job to cover those points also, because there may be a few beginners, they don't even know anything about Excel, right? So that's the reason I'll cover a few points. Maybe you may be aware of them, but yeah, just be patient because these things are very much needed to progress to the complex things. Okay. Questions, please.
Well, when you talk about the dashboards creation, I think we can do it both in Power BI and have Excel, right? So are we going to do the same in both the, what do you call, modules, like, or it has to be like a combination of Excel and Power BI?
Yeah, so in Excel module, we'll cover the dashboards only using Excel. But if you are choosing Analytics Power Pack as a course from us, then in our Power BI session, we'll be learning how to create interactive dashboards using Power BI. Okay. So someone who is coming from strong Excel background, they find it very easy to create the dashboards in Power BI.
Got it.
Yeah. Any other questions you have? Anyone? Okay, cool then. So we'll upload the material package and we'll keep them ready. And before our tomorrow's session, just download it and be ready. And just in case if you're looking for any registration related details and all, you can reach out to the front office. I'll share the numbers there. But from tomorrow onwards, we'll be running the session from 6:30 to 8 o'clock, as today is the demo and kind of an orientation on what is going to happen in the next 1 month or 3 months. I just explained all those things. This is our front office number. Right, you can reach out to them on this number or 8297 on this number. Oh, sorry. Let me edit this. 8297. Yeah, 8297174111. You can reach out to either of the numbers. You can drop them a WhatsApp message if you are interested to register for this course. And as I mentioned, this is going to be a 1 month course, evening time, and tomorrow is our day 1. I hope this gave you some idea about what is that we are going to learn in this course, right? If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Otherwise, from my side, as it is an orientation session, I'm done with it pretty much. If you have any questions, let me know, please.
Hi Kishore, good evening. Mazhar here.
Hey, good evening.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah. So I joined little late the session. I understood though. So I'll be
Okay.
joining Excel probably as I discussed with you today. Yeah.
Yeah,
So the topics that we have discussed regarding the MIS payroll and all, hope
correct.
will be taken care by you, right?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. And yeah. See you on Monday then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
Others,
you.
any questions?
Monday.
Yeah. So anyways, it's day one is as per the plan, it's tomorrow. We'll see. Anyways, you people reach out to the front office, right? So basis on your availability, we'll take a call like whether to start from Monday, tomorrow. Because tomorrow is being a Friday, people may be in that mood. So we are also like little tentative. But as per the plan, day one is scheduled for tomorrow. But just in case, if there, as I said, if there is any kind of a change, we'll let you know well in advance. But we are pretty much going ahead with this. So I think either it could be tomorrow or Monday, but you will soon get the update. Okay. Anyways, my team will reach out to you and they will check with you. Right.
So every day, do we have any kind of assessments, or how do we go with like?
Yeah. So not every day. There are certain topics for them. Let's say formulas are there. Let's say if we discuss text formulas, we'll give you the text formulas assessment. There is a conditional formatting. So we give you assessment on conditional formatting. Not every day, because there are a few topics like printing related, production related, and all. So they're like kind of easy. You can just practice and easily remember. For them, we don't have any assessment because they're like very theoretical in nature. You will have to just go through and see things. But other things like formulas, pivoting, these kind of things, we have assessments for them.
Well, I just have a question here. I just wanted to learn if that's been possible here, like, dumping the data and just pulling up like what we have already discussed. Like, data is something which needs to be converted in certain format to get the information, right?
Yeah.
So is it something that we will be covering, like
Yes.
how the data is being pulled and how it will be formatted and how we can pull up the information? I
Correct.
mean, in the form of it, in the form what I could say like a table where we could explain to someone, like how things are being formed and where the information has been coming and all the stuffs. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So usually what happens, his point is like, when we extract some data from any of the applications, okay, that may not be in the required format. So what you need to do is you need to apply the required formulas to clean the data, to transform the data into the required shape, and then only you can do the pivots or you can create the tables and from there pivots and then generating the insights from the data. Yes, we'll give you different exercises in that in those lines too. There are a few exercises wherein you will have to do a data cleanup before creating a report. Okay, I'll share those things. We'll take you through and then we'll give you an exercise as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
We use AI ChatGPT.
Yes, in our last session, in the project session, I'll also show you how you can make use of this AI or ChatGPT in Excel. You can also integrate ChatGPT in Excel. So I'll also talk about what is an add-in and how to get add-in added there, right? But maybe during the training, I definitely don't recommend you to depend on ChatGPT, right? Because it's us, right? We need to learn. Yeah. Towards the end, I'll show you how you can make use of ChatGPT. And there is a reason I always recommend people not to depend so much on ChatGPT. The reason being, there are a few companies that do not allow you to use ChatGPT in their organization, right? There are issues related to the data security. Well, let's say you want to get some support from ChatGPT and you upload an Excel file to ChatGPT, then of course it can get you that output, whatever you're looking for. But if that Excel file contains any company sensitive information, you never know how that data would be used in the background, right? So that's the reason most of the companies, they blocked ChatGPT. Yeah, so again, it comes back to us only as a data analyst, right? So we need to figure out a way, right? So that's the reason initially you don't depend on ChatGPT a lot, but as and when needed, you can use it. Nothing wrong, right? If something is there able to help us, then take the help. Nothing wrong, right? So I see a message coming up. Yeah, Jackie, go ahead, please. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Before we end the session for today, I'd like to show you something interesting. Probably a few would have used this feature in Excel. Okay.
505.
Okay, let me share the computer sound also. Can you all hear this?
505.
Online participants.
Yes, good, sure.
So it can read.
Y Excel. Store data. Calculation. Analyze data.
Right. You can actually, make Excel to read things for you. Let's say you are entering some data, continuously, and you want to just do a cross check, right? You have a paper and you entered all those numbers, and now you want to cross check. What is it we usually do? We look at the screen and we look at the paper, whether we entered the correct numbers or not. What you can do is you just simply keep all those numbers in one range and you just play that and you look at the paper and it will be reading out one after the other. Just wanted to show you this. There are so many things like this, right? Anyone, added this kind of a feature earlier?
WPS 2016. 2000.
WPS Office? Yes, WPS also has an Excel kind of an environment, right? But MS Excel, all these Google Sheets, MS Excel, WPS Office, LibreOffice, IBM Lotus 123, Oracle Open Office Calc, all these things are like very much similar tools. But if you learn Excel, like that's more than enough, because other tools also, they follow the same rules. Okay? They use the same rules. Okay, great then. It's nice interacting with you all. I hope I was able to give you the orientation of what is the course and course all about, and the course duration and the timings. Let's catch up in our next session. So front office team will get in touch with you. If you are interested to continue from tomorrow or from Monday, we'll anyways take the feedback from all of you and then we'll let you know. And as you are already part of the WhatsApp temporary group, right? Once you are registered, you will be moved to a permanent group and there you will be directly getting material access and videos and everything. Okay, great then. So thanks everyone for attending today and taking out your time. And yeah, so let's learn something new. Yeah, thanks everyone. I'll see you all.
Thanks, Kishore. Thank you.
Thanks.
Looking forward. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.